You already know. You only want it if it's spoiled. You want some seasoning on that motherfucking pussy. I wanna taste the peppers with a little bit of lime on it, you know. I want something a little spoiled.
Everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie.
It's a spoil.
All right, people. We is ready to get started. Okay? Let's get it, people. Let's get it. And how the hell I take this down? Here we go. Oh my God. Had to figure out how to take the damn cover down. I was tripping. Like, this hit the damn eye. It's right there. As you guys are coming in, let me know that you can hear me and see me, although I know you can hear me and see me, and I know you can feel me, because I can feel you. As a matter of fact, my ear was itching the whole time I was in New York City, because apparently my name was on a lot of people's lips, and they wished that my tip was on their lips too. You want me, my soul, and tip too. But I won't fuck you. You look like Shampoo. Maybe I just feel like being Nikki today. I don't know. Oh my God. Now, with that being said, your boy is 30 years old. All right. I made some promises to God and myself that when I came into this new decade, that I was definitely going to bust it wide open, and they gonna take that and clip that. But I'm gonna take my life by the horns and bust bullshit wide open. Actually, scratch that. Scratch that. I'm not busting that wide open. Scratch that. Unless you want to bust it wide open for me, then that's a whole nother story. But I'm not busting nothing open. But you can bust it open anyway. Damn it, I'm 30. I'm 30. It's so I can't believe it. I'm 30. Wow. Anyway, let's get right on to it, because I don't want to hold y'all all night, because y'all got jobs to pretend to like tomorrow. First things first, we got to talk about Cher, damn near the Crib Keeper, and Alexander Electric. This Amber Rose baby daddy on the left. Now, I always told y'all that I really thought that Amber Rose and Alexander, he go by AE, that Amber and Alexander was, a good fit. She bleached her hair, he bleached his hair. She waxed her coochie, he waxed his coochie. It all worked out. All right. And after Amber Rose put that shitty ass tattoo across her forehead, Alexander here dumped her for the Crib Keeper named Cher. Now, we still ain't figured out how Cher managed to look that good all these years, although me kind of dipping my toe in the industry, I can tell you, baby, it's a little bit of jeans, a little bit of this, a little bit of the occult, a little bit of blood, a little bit of sacrificing, a little bit of everything. And so he went over there to Cher's nursing home and broke her back in ways that had not been broken since Sonny was alive. He broke Cher's back, just got all the dust off that coochie, had her bent in every which way, had the pillow up under her hips, because you know her back could give out, and I'm sure she even tried to get on her knees, but they gave out too. I'm sure she was giving him the old gummy BJ blowjob from the side. You know when you tired and you just, you give head from the side of the bed. Anyway, y'all know y'all done it. Don't talk shit about me, bitch. You done it. Anyway, with that being said, all right, he dumped Amber, the baby mama, to go and play in a nursing home. To think that he was going to propose to her and she was going to marry him without a prenup. is absolutely asinine. It's almost as asinine as the tattoo that Amber Rose put across her forehead when she decided that being pretty and being a pretty white black girl or a black white girl or a pretty mixed girl or prettier than all the dark girls, that's what she said. I didn't. She figured, I fucked this beauty and it got me nowhere. I'm going to put a tattoo across my forehead. And he went on and got with Cher, and he broke her back. And it was many days that Cher had to put icy hot on her knees and her heads and her shoulders and her neck, because I'm sure he made her swallow and gobble all of him, only for them to break up. Thank you, King Goddess. Thank you, King Goddess. I say all that and gave you that long ass monologue to say, baby, they broke up. He proposed to Cher months ago, okay? While he was with Cher, he was spending tons of her money. You know, they was going on lavish trips. She was buying him lavish gifts. And Cher's family and friends were very concerned, as well as her accountants and attorneys were concerned that this young man was going to not only bust her coochie wide open, but drain her as well. And she said she wasn't worried about it because she was going to get the best prenup in the world. Cher had every intention on marrying him until she didn't. Because he don't want to sign no prenup. Because he want to fuck this lady till she die and then collect all her money. And then go back and wax his coochie with Amber. And it's just not going to happen. Cher wasn't born yesterday. And she damn sure ain't no dummy. And now all Alexander can do is go bleach his hair and go maybe crawl back to Amber. I don't know if she want him, somebody else want him. I don't know. But it was nice while it lasted. Or just go back and just deliver pipe. But it's sad you left your family to go and play in a nursing home. Next up, we got that old black nigga. I ain't sung that song in a while. Let's sing it again, people. We looking at this old black nigga. Our favorite old black nigga, Jonathan. We're about to call him Jonathan Minor because the only thing major about him is his domestic violence and his muscles at this point. We know he a chokehold, but we don't know if he'll ever step foot on a movie set again. Maybe he can go drag him, his muscles, and the nostrils, and maybe get a job with Tubi. Tubi over there hiring anybody. You know, they fight over there. They like to tussle. So, you know, I'm just saying it ain't going to be easy to choke them up in the back of a truck. No shade, Jonathan. No shade. Anyway, this old black nigga is sticking to his story that he didn't beat that white hoe down, that he didn't beat Wonder Bread up, and that Wonder Bread got smashed in the back seat on her own somehow. Jonathan says that he has hired a forensic evidence specialist, and they already say that he is not guilty. And Jonathan, we are ready for you to take your black nigga lips. I got black nigga lips too for y'all. Get all in your feelings. Take your soup coolers and close them until you give us the evidence that proves that you're innocent, which you very may well be. But we just don't understand over here, me and all the, you know, the three people in my head. We don't understand why you continue to talk and ain't showed us nothing to truly exonerate you. Wonder Bread going in a club and shaking her non-existent ass after you allegedly beat her ass does not mean you innocent. Women get their ass beat every day and go right in the other room and get back to taking care of kids, cleaning clothes, folding clothes, cleaning bathrooms, and going to work. You showed us some text messages where Wonder Bread kept saying she was sorry, and she told the police to drop charges as if her white privilege was going to get your old black nigga ass out of trouble, and that only made you look more guilty. Those of us that recognize the cycle of abuse. So, with all that being said, I don't know how much of your old black nigga money you got. But with every fiber of my being, don't you release not another statement till you can actually show us proof that your ass is innocent. Moving right along from that, we got to talk about the Funky Bunch. Lil Meech from BMF and Summer Walker. They've been dating. They've been talking. They've been smashing. Now, one thing I noticed about Sis here, hey, Summer, they say you got that social anxiety, but you damn sure ain't got no social anxiety when it comes to a man. Shit. They say homegirl be shaking in her boots and nervous to go anywhere and do anything. But she damn sure ain't shaking and nervous and ain't anxious to hop on a cock. And so to be real, I don't know why you just didn't take a man with you on tour. You'd have been able to sing and sell out every day. Now, seriously, I know that's not how social anxiety works. I'm being funny, but I'm being funny to say that Lil Musty and Blackfeet over here is, in my opinion, a match made in heaven. According to the streets, their hygiene is not necessarily up to par. They don't really take baths like that. In between having black crusty feet and musty armpits, we know that car smelled like all kinds of Badussi and Frito-Lay chips and a little bit of salsa con queso up under the seats. And I'm not even mad at that. I know they make that nasty, sweet, passionate love because ain't nothing like some coochie when it's dirty and a little funky. I'm just saying, ain't nothing like sex when you a little dirty. I prefer it clean, but let's be real. Some of the best sex you probably had is definitely when you were dirty and you woke up the next morning wondering why you got a damn sore throat. It's because you ate ass in the pool. Now, am I talking about you or am I talking about them hoes at Mocha Festival? That's another story for another day. But of course, hating hoes ain't happy. Happy hoes ain't hating and hating hoes ain't happy. And speaking of hoes, we got to talk about this industry hoe right here. The industry cum dumpster known as Selena Powell. That every black man in the industry has seemed to have run up in. Not only ran up in a raw. Now, I done been in this. I'm not in the industry. I'm not in Illuminati. But, you know, my ear be to the door of what folks be doing. And so, you know, everything they do is centered around certain occultic practices, which just means, you know, shit, the mysteries of the unknown or whatever. And so there's certain rituals that you have to do to keep certain opportunities and things flowing. And a lot of it is people do be taking turns on the same person. And so I'm trying to figure out what Selena got in her coochie that make it to where every old and young black nigga in this industry run up in her. Tekashi, the fake black, Snoop Dogg, the fake Christian, Lil Meech, Jimmy Smacks, that I watched personally piss on her after drinking a bottle of Hennessy. I said, God damn. I said, damn, Selena. Selena. You ain't the Selena I acknowledge. I only acknowledge Selena Gomez and Selena Quintanilla. I don't acknowledge no Selena Powell. That let a nigga piss on her with Hennessy piss. I mean, that's that. And you know, when you drink a bottle of Hennessy, that's that stank nasty piss. I'm just saying. The Migos ran up in her. Low key, this lady's coochie is where black babies go to die. All the damn abortions niggas done paid her for. And she get about 50 to 75K per aborted baby. So, of course, she couldn't let this man be happy. And in a relationship, she said, well, nigga, you funked up my sheets with a stench so hard that I couldn't get out for 2 weeks. I'm going to mess up your relationship. Only for us on the Twitter webs to figure out that, baby, he screwed you a year ago, way before he was with Summer. Summer don't care. He don't care. I don't care either. It ain't none you gonna show us in that sex tape that ain't no more graphic than BMF or Power, because we all know that shit is softcore prawn anyway. But I did go watch the little clips of the video. Y'all want me to describe the little sex tape to y'all? I mean, Selena's coochie is truly a baby cemetery at this point. There's no way the ancestors are pleased with that. There's just no way. There's just no way. All right. Do y'all want me to give you the scoop on the little sex SIGs tape or no? They said they were running into like a wee dinner. Facts. Somebody said no. Fuck it, I'm going to tell you anyway. One of the little snippets It's her giving him head in a bathroom, in a nasty ass public bathroom stall. My question is not the fact that she gave head in a nasty ass bathroom stall with a trash full of paper towels, pads, tampons, and toilet tissue. My problem is who the hell filmed her giving him head in the stall? Let me describe the other clip. The other clip is her riding him. Okay? And as she rode him in her penthouse suite that she pays for by being a prostitute, no shade. I mean, being a prostitute and killing black babies. Because, you know, her womb is where black babies go to die. It is what it is. All right? Dreams are born, babies are die. Anyway, as she was riding him, what I noticed is that he also was hitting her with no condom. In addition to manscaping not being a part of his daily regimen. Ain't no telling how funky he is, because between the bush and the not really washing up under the arms, I'm sure it was so funkified. I don't think it was funkified up on that penthouse. But he hit her raw as well. So can't I just ask why they all have to hit her raw? It's just nasty. The other clip is her sucking them off in a club or a strip club of some sort. And yeah, I mean, you know these people never really give what you want them to give when it comes to their sex tapes anyway. I'm just more concerned at the fact that they love hitting it raw. I just don't understand. All right. So next we need to talk about Kimberly Noel Kardashian West. And we need to talk about Kourtney Mary Kardashian Baca. All right. Let's move on. Kim and Kourtney got beef. Kim and Kourtney has had beef for the longest. But I'm going to break it down real quick. So let me actually play this clip from the upcoming season of that show that ain't nobody going to watch. And but I'm going to give you the recap. Let's go.
We may have a reason as to why Kim and Kourtney Kardashian are allegedly feuding. A new trailer for the upcoming season of The Kardashians on Hulu just dropped, and it looks like Kourtney is mad at Kim because she used her wedding as a business opportunity. Here's the clip. Let me know your thoughts.
Have you talked to Kourt about Milan?
My sister used my wedding as a business opportunity. She's mad at me. Livid.
She felt like her wedding vibes were like stripped from her.
I'm really confused how this narrative came into her head. Like, I couldn't have been more mindful. I said, don't do anything that Kourtney wore to her wedding.
I see both sides. Yeah, I see both sides.
People think that's a misunderstanding. It's not. It's who she is to her core.
All right, so that was a little clip, all right, from the upcoming season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians on Hulu. Now, as y'all remember, Kourtney got married to Travis Barker, I think last year or year before last, in Milan, Italy, okay? And instead of Kim coming and just supporting her sister, she came, she wanted to do business, she low-key kind of copied Kourtney's swag, took away attention from Kourtney the bride, talked a lot of shit at Kourtney at her own wedding, and it was just a lot. But let me just break this down, because don't nobody on this internet, I don't care who they is, break down, drag the Kardashians the way I do. See, these two siblings here, Kourtney was born first, and then Kimberly came after, and then Khloe came when Alexander, who worked down there at the shop that was down there shampooing Chris's hair when she barely had enough money on her credit card to afford them expensive ass, bullshit ass, low-key current ass haircuts, because she didn't have money like she thought she was trying to fucking betray, but she just had a fucking network and a coochie that she was slang around back in them days. All right? Kourtney and Kim saw it all. Kourtney and Kim represent a lot of y'all and y'all sibling relationships and your parenting relationships. Kourtney, the oldest, seen all the bullshit that Kris Jenner did, seen Kris Jenner for the hoe that she is, and ain't never forgave her mama for cheating on her dead daddy. Kimberly, the one that came after, ended up basically being a upgraded version of her mother. Kimberly is her mother. Kimberly is who Kris wanted to be and just never quite made it back in the day. She followed her mother's blueprint and she rolled dick to the top. Except Kimberly rolled black dick to the top. Kris rolled Hispanic D, Armenian D, white D. She didn't get on that black D until she got on OJ when he broke that coochie on that yacht. Allegedly. Okay? Now, Kourtney being an Aries, one thing I can tell you, an Aries ain't gonna hold back how they feel, and Aries gonna call you out on your shit, and an Aries is not here to keep peace. An Aries is here to remind you what happens when you don't remain peaceful with them. Kimberly is the Libra that wants to remain balanced in all things, but also is her mother's golden child. Y'all say it's Kylie Jenner because Kylie Jenner was a fake ass billionaire. It is not. It is Kim who is the golden child, because Kim is a people pleaser. Kim is controlled by her mother. Kim is a narcissist. Kris Jenner is a narcissist. And hell, even Kanye was a narcissist. And you know that was just a battle of narcs. Baby, them narcs was narking. Them crackers was crackering. And that nigga was niggering. And if you don't like what I said, bitch, fuck ya. I said what I said. He a nigga and they crackers. The fuck? Now, with that being said, Kourtney saw all the bullshit that her mother did when they was coming up, and she called her out on it constantly. Kimberly was her mother's pet and saw nothing wrong with it. Chloe was treated as the redheaded stepchild. Kendall and Kylie just came along later. They don't got no fucking opinion. They can keep their mouths closed. Well, Rob should keep his mouth closed because he can't stop eating. But that's another story for another day. Okay. So, with that being said, Kris has always been able to dominate everybody in the family except Kourtney. Kourtney is the one that Kris cannot dominate, which is why Kris and Kourtney ain't close. Subsequently, Kim and Kourtney ain't close for that very reason. Kim threw a lot of shade and a lot of passive-aggressive remarks at Kourtney because Kourtney don't want to continue to sell her soul for a check. Kourtney said, we didn't made enough money. Can we just chill? Kim can't chill because Kim has nothing else. Kim has given her mind, her body, her soul, and her spirit to this industry that took 20 years of begging and whoring before they even really let her in it, because she just getting in the door, baby. They was trash before. Kourtney is the normal one. Kourtney is just like her aunt, Karen Holton, Kris's sister. See, Kris Jenner, from the time she was 16 years old, living in San Diego in her grandparents' house, broke, always had it in her mind that she was going to live in Beverly Hills and be rich and famous and do anything to get there. Karen Holton was just normal. As Kris went on about her life, her relationship with her sister dwindled because she was normal and she didn't want to, be around the foo-foo of Beverly Hills in LA. Kourtney's just a regular girl, regular gal. Kim, you been jealous of Kourtney. Let's keep it real. Kourtney's smart. She's intelligent. She's funny. She's the most whitest looking out of all y'all. We not talking about Chloe at the moment. Okay? She still got her original body for the most part, but she wasn't walking around her with her ass hitting her ankles. She didn't walk around her looking like she had a shitty diaper for the last 15 years. Even Kourtney now being a little thick, Kourtney still look good. Better than you ever could, Kim. Kim, you've been insecure about everything about you since you came out the coochie. The nose, the hair. You had sideburns. You had a hairline that came all down here. Kim, your whole aesthetic is fake. Kim, you're not even looking at Kim. Who was Kim? Where did Kim go? Where did Kimberly go? You wonder why you can't keep a nigga? You can't even keep yourself. How you gonna love a nigga and you don't love yourself? Kourtney married white and had babies with a white man with a Jewish bloodline, and you had a baby by a bipolar rapper. Kourtney has now remarried on her own terms to a man that loves and respects her, and you get fucked by big dick 27-year-old poor comedians that are ugly. You think we ain't noticed that you've been trying to copy Kourtney's swag? She get a big dick white boy, you get a big dick white boy. She start wearing her hair little rockers. All of a sudden you back platinum blonde, even though I done told your ass for the last 4 years, blonde ain't for you. You look straight out of a fucking trailer park with that hair. I don't know who told you it looked good. It don't. Between that and the 45 pounds you lost on Ozempic, thinking you was going to chant up and summons up Marilyn Monroe spirit in that dress that your big ass toe up, you ain't shit. And we like Kourtney. Listening to you talk, Kimberly, is like listening. Listening to you talk. It's like chalk on a chalkboard. Now, Kourtney got that meowing girl accent too, but at least she funny every now and then. You ain't even that funny. And according to North, who is Kanye reincarnated, who gonna give you hell and who you gonna throw hands with one day, baby, except for then when y'all knock up against the wall, you gonna be leaving melanin on the wall and not North, because North's melanin is real. With your ignorant ass. Talking about I don't know what to do with her hair. Bitch, if you can't braid 3C hair, you ain't shit. You know you don't raise them fucking kids anyway. If you don't call Els Morada to get in there and braid that baby hair and shut the fuck up. Anyway. You call Kourtney lazy and you don't respect her because she doesn't bring in as much money as you and Kylie and Kendall, and even Chloe. Kourtney just make a little bit more than Rob. But if it wasn't for Kourtney having the babies on the show, all the drama with Scott Disick on the show for the first 7 seasons, the show would not even have been where it is today. Because there's only so many times that we can watch a chocolate muscular black dude blow your back out. There's only so many times we can watch you get back shots on a grainy camera in a dirty white ass hotel bed and you don't even know how to arch your back. That's another thing about your sex tape that was horrible. Not only did you slob on a knob with no spit, you got hit from the back with no arch. And that was before all the ass shots, so you could still actually feel it back there. I just realized that it wasn't even an arch. It was stiff backed it. And we ain't even gonna talk about the fact that your mammy made you get back in that bed and re-record the sex tape 2-3 more times. We've only seen 2 versions. The other version is probably for Jakuma Tati. The other version you was probably getting pissed on, shit on, all that shit. Whether you realize it or not, Kourtney is the Kardashian GOAT. Without her romantic life being sacrificed for the show to flourish, baby, you wouldn't even have a show in all the deals. Baby, your deals just came the other day. That's why you're working like a hound dog. And now you're trying to work them kids. We see you trying to model up North to be just like you. North looks so damn uncomfortable. I ain't talking about nobody kids. She's a cutie pie. But I mean, you got beautiful kids, but at the end of the day, we all know that North ain't trying to be in fashion like that. North gonna be like her daddy. You need to send her to her daddy. You need to let her go be around Nikki and write some raps. Not up under you trying to wear some tight ass latex. The girl ain't even 13. Just make me sick. We all know the person that's really going to take over Kim's spot is Chicago because she's the most white looking and she look just like you. We already know Saint is your favorite. And we still ain't heard you say shit about Lazon. Anyway, Now, Kourtney, we ain't forgot you made a sex tape too, except you made your sex tape when you were underage, so you're protected by the FBI, which is why yours never came out. But at the end of the day, anything Kim and Kourtney fight about a wedding, about fashion, about this, about that, it's not that. This is a long-lasting feud from childhood because Kourtney calls out their mama on all her bullshit and Kim co-signs all her mama bullshit. A lot of y'all got a sibling right now that say, well, that's just mama, that's just daddy. You know how mama is, you know how daddy is. Being all fake and shit. Y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day. There's nothing left to say. Yes, there's a few. Yes, they fall. They're going to continue to fight. And after Kris Jenner die, they never going to speak again. They don't like each other. Period. And Kim has the problem. Kourtney be chilling. But always remember, Kourtney is an Aries, so anytime you want to start something, baby, it don't take that much to get her revved up. It just don't. One thing about the Aries, they gonna throw that ass in the circle and they gonna throw hands too. Speaking of a self-hater. Damn, I look good from that angle. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap. Next, let's talk about Brian Mcknight. I already told y'all his tea years ago, but we gotta talk about that old black nigga. You know, he really didn't age all that well. Can we keep it real? The teeth look good. I don't know if the teeth are real or fake. But Brian didn't age all that well, in my opinion. I think Keith Sweat's drunk ass aged way better than Brian. I think Genuine aged way better. You know, Genuine aged way better than Brian. Can we be honest? Can we keep it real? I'll wait for y'all in the chat. Can we keep it real? Pretty please. Oh my God. Micah said not Brian Mcknight. She said Brian McWhite. You know what? I think that fits. Okay. Yes, Tank. Yes, Tank looks good too. I don't know what happened to Brian. Got that old guy. Brian Mcknight legitly looked like a raisin. Like, I think I'm gonna nickname him a raisin in the sun. Like, I thought black didn't crack, but baby, that black shattered. Anyway, so at the top we got Brian and his black family. You know, the ones that look like the mama, his mama, his daddy, his aunties, his uncles, his ancestors, all that. And at the bottom we got another man's family. At the top we got Brian when he was black and unhappy. He was not happy to be nappy there. And at the bottom is when he finally took his role as the old black nigga of the house. He's the old black nigga of the house. Now, one thing about it, Mr. Brian McWhite, I know damn well when it comes to, I think the lady Asian, Hispanic, whatever, I know when it comes to her family and her kids, you stay in your place. You go to work, you sing the black folks, and you bring the dollars home to white mama. Okay? So let's get into it, all right? A lot of people dragging him for not dealing with his black kids and claiming stepkids and even naming his newest child with this lady down here, naming the son Brian McKnight Jr. when Brian McKnight Jr. is right there up top. So you had a Brian McKnight Jr. already, and you actually, it gets better. Brian McKnight Jr. also has kids and has a Brian McKnight III. So you got Brian McKnight, Brian Mcknight the second, Brian Mcknight the third, and then Brian Mcknight the second. Bitch. When I say Brian Mcknight is the most passive aggressive nigga I done ever seen, baby, he takes the cake. I went all through his Instagram, like I broke on his channel years ago, and every single post is how another man's son and another man's daughter is the best son or daughter he could ever ask for, the best son I could ever ask for, the best daughter I could ever ask for. Buying his white daughter $100,000 BMW, but complained about paying the rent for his black kids. Brian claims he does not deal with his black kids because the sons are disrespectful. They didn't respect his new wife, Leilani. He tried to get them jobs. They didn't want to work. He says he doesn't talk to his black daughter, even though I think she's mixed too, because Brianna Mcknight is from Arizona, I want to say. I think her mama Hispanic, I think. So he claims, I don't deal with her because she was just kept from me. And so it don't even seem like he tried that much. It kind of seemed like he just said, well, fuck it. If there's one thing these niggas would say, well, fuck it. Oh, you want me to see the baby? Oh, okay, cool. Number change. You blocked on everything the next day. You say, damn, nigga, you didn't even give it. Can you wait till Monday to hit for you? Okay. Anyway. So he claims he doesn't deal with his sons, his black sons, because, you know, they made a comment that he was worth more dead than alive and that they're disrespectful. And so he said, I'm going to start over and make a whole new family and forget I ever had a black one. Okay. But one thing about it, pictures can tell 1,000 stories. So let's look. You see how he looking on top with the black family? You see? Brian Mcknight Jr. on my far right, it might be your left, I don't know, but in a black jacket, he's not even giving a smile with teeth. That's not a genuine smile. I can tell you, Brian Mcknight Sr. and Jr. got into it at this little dinner. This looked like a dinner of some sorts at a restaurant. He said something slick because the son ain't seeing it for him. The other two giving a halfway genuine smile. The daughter is leaning into his chest. She loves him. The oldest ain't going for that bullshit. When we look at the second picture, look how big he's smiling. Look how big he's smiling. The kid next to him, that's Jack. That's another man's son that he claimed is his own. That I think he bought his ass a car too. Look how big he's smiling. Out there, and look like they in damn Hawaii some fucking where. You know, when they announced the pregnancy of that baby, I think his newest wife maybe lost their first baby and this is their rainbow baby. It's a whole lot. But anyway. Picture with him and his black sons. Barely a smile. He had them deep set ass wrinkles in his forehead then. He always looked like, oh, black nigga. Once again, second son kind of giving a smile. First son ain't showing no teeth. Picture with him and another man's kids. He happy as hell. So look at Uncle Ben, Mr. Raisin and the son from the white family to the black. To the white, to the black. We go back to when his very first child was born. He ain't even smiling in that picture. And this is a fresh baby out the coochie. Lord, that was back in the day when you could call a baby boy, and a baby girl, a baby girl. Not no more. They pick their gender when they get 18. I'm sorry. And here's another picture with him and his black kids. Once again. No teeth, not smiling, and it don't look like a happy family. But when you go to the white one, every picture he got with the white family is happy and gleeful. Every picture with the black family, Now, I had another soundbite I wanted y'all to hear real quick. Hold on, let's see. Brian Mcknight. Because there's an interview he did. Yes, here we go.
After all of these, what is the song that like really still speaks to you after all of these albums you've worked on?
Well, the ones that do, the only ones that speak to me are the ones that I've written since Leilani came into my life, because those are the only ones that have a meaning.
Wow.
Sure, there were big hits before then, but they weren't based on anything, because I never even liked anyone before I met her.
Oh, wow.
The first time I felt my heartbeat was the day that she came into my life. So everything that I wrote before then wasn't based on anything romantic. It was just, it was arithmetic. I have this many notes and this many syllables. And that's what I have to work with. But these 3 albums that I've done since we met, every single song it has a meaning. It has a story. It has something that's near and dear to my heart.
What is the song that like really still speaks to you after all of these albums you've worked on?
Well, the ones that do, the only ones that speak to me are the ones that I've written since Leilani came into my life, because
Leilani is the new wife, okay? So if y'all heard that interview he did, and that was actually during the pandemic, where he said the only songs that mean something to me are the songs that I wrote and sung after Leilani came into my life. We ain't listening to shit that Brian Mcknight had to sing or talk about after Leilani came into his life. We liked the Brian Mcknight when he had a black wife in his life. That's when his music hit the best. And if it wasn't for the black music that hit the best, Leilani wouldn't be with your black ass today. It's also interesting how he said he never liked anybody before her, had love for anybody before her, as if this was his first marriage and that he didn't have a whole marriage for like 13 years and produced 4 kids and a couple grandkids as well. Which then we have to go back and examine that. How in the hell was you married to somebody for 13 years and have 4 kids with them and you never liked them? Y'all better be careful who y'all have kids with. Y'all, you heard it straight from his mouth. The first wife, the black wife, was the placeholder for the wife he really wanted. So y'all so connected to, oh, do I ever cross your mind anytime? And his black kids never cross his mind. He don't give a fuck. Except they actually do, which is why he throws all the shade that he does. This shit is trifling. At the end of the day, this is an issue that is very prevalent in the black community. Not just with black and white, but just a man leaving his kids to go take care of another bitch's kids. I mean, I'm just saying, right? At the end of the day, your kids are a reflection of you. And when you're dealing with a set of men that have low self-esteem, low self-worth, and low societal value, when they see their kids, they see themselves. And by running from their kids, by abandoning their kids, they running from themselves. They trying to, except for they can't. Because the only person you really can't run from is your fucking self. So that's it. So y'all run around here having all these bullshit panels where y'all yell at each other and be very condescending. Y'all talking to all these. We gonna get on Eboni and Iyanla in a minute. Y'all talking to all these people about the same old thing. Masculine is feminine there. Alpha is beta and beta. You gotta choose better. You should have worn a condom. It doesn't matter. Black women, listen up and listen well. You're absolutely screwed. Until we as a people raise our self-esteem and raise our self-worth, black men will not be able to fully love you the way you need to be loved, or y'all children. Now we'll still screw you, which ain't saying much, because a man, number one, will screw anything. And number two, how many options black dudes got like that? So of course, they gonna screw you. Seem to be in this community, all we know how to do is fuck, fight, and fuss. That seem to be all our relationships. Friendship, fuck, fight, fuss. Family relationship, fuss and fight. Hopefully you don't fuck your family. Unless you're from Mississippi. I don't know. Anyway. Y'all running around trying to figure it out and what to do and go to therapy and get healing. No, figure out how these niggas can heal, raise their self-worth and their self-esteem, and then they're going to want to be around for their kids. Other than that, baby, they don't give a damn. I'm here to tell you. They don't care. And no, you can't support him through his healing. He's a man. He got to do it on his own. That's another thing. Stop trying to help men. It doesn't work. Stop being stupid. And then you be like, Tia Mowry, mad as hell that he ain't got it together 15 years later. Storm therapy is a part of the healing. Baby, you got to get him in the therapy office first. First, you got to have an open mind to even go. They got to have an open mind to even go. Now, I'm not saying not all. And I'm sure your daddy and your uncles is different. But at the end of the day, you raise their self-esteem and you raise their self-worth. And all of a sudden, we as a people start to heal. We did have a curse on us for the last 400 years. Baby, it's already been lifted. It's biblical prophecy. The curse has been gone. We the ones still walking around blind. You know when the curse was lifted? Around COVID. That's why the world shut down. All these black people finding spirituality and flourishing and getting back to who they are and prospering is for a reason. But a lot of us still stuck. Wake your ass up. Okay, that's it. I'm done preaching. I can't be no preacher. I couldn't be no preacher because I would cuss y'all out. Can preachers cuss? Maybe. Anyway. Okay, next we got to talk about Eboni K. Williams and Iyanla and this damn conversation about would you date the bus driver that went viral, and I'm gonna just play the clip and
so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well. I would date a bus.
I know that you've said that you cannot teach a man or tell a man how to be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question. But I do want you to speak, Iyanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources and showing up in the leadership.
All right. So let's get to it now. Hopefully y'all heard that clip, and shout out to Cynthia G. Cynthia, text me. I had to get you back on the show, or I got to come on your show. I haven't seen you in a minute, but anyway, let's get to it, and I'm gonna be respectful because Iyanla is my elder, so I'm gonna be respectful in this. Let's first start here. I don't know about y'all. I am tired of having this conversation of finding my masculinity, finding my femininity, how to be feminine, how to be masculine, modern women this, modern women that, modern women this, modern women that. First off, what the hell does that shit mean? Can somebody tell me? Modern women. I'm not understanding. Or they saying modern versus traditional? Because traditional women got their ass beat by their husbands and it was okay. Marital Grape was also very traditional. Have y'all read like magazines and little ads and shit from like the 40s, 50s, and 60s? Traditional women were just meant to like be seen and not heard. I'm confused on that part. That's where I get lost. All the like, and everybody uses the same term, modern, baby. We all modern. We never going back. All this power struggle that you see, this imaginary power struggle, because I don't run you, you don't run me. Bitch, we ran by the government, ho. It's the government that's dragging us down. A lot of y'all right now got the you know what, because you was afraid to lose your job because the government wanted to make up. So allegedly, you get the point. That's who in control, not no nigga with a deep voice and a beard. Now, we cannot go back to traditional women because traditional women would require traditional men. We don't have that. It's just let it go. But anyway, so we all want to have these same conversations. So Iyanla comes on the show, and I was a little offended at some of the things Iyanla said. All right, some stuff I agree with, some stuff I don't. When Iyanla was talking to Eboni, she told Eboni that we as black women are meant to make something out of nothing, and we're resourceful in a way that black men don't understand, because it's in black men's genetic DNA, in their genetic makeup, to not be their best, to not really try, to not be as resourceful, to not live up to really who they are. It's just, it's been beat in them and put in them, and that's in their genetic memory. That's what she called it, genetic memory. So basically, every time a black man even thinks about shooting for excellence, the genetic memory tells him that he's not worthy, he can't, it does not, whatever. All right. I don't like that. Is it just me? I don't like that. Because that's not helping men get better. Whether Dr. Vanzant, whether Dr. Vanzant realizes it or not, by saying that, you're saying that black men are inherently inferior and that there's no hope, and that black women just kind of got to love them through the inferiorness. I don't like that. Listen, me and my, and you know, I ain't been to therapy in a while, but therapist is, you know, was black as well. And even me and him will go back and forth about this, because he comes from the generation of them, you know, like, you know, holding the signs and doing luncheons and having all these talks and debates about, you know, white supremacy and black people in a white country. And I'm like, great, but we've been having the same conversations for 60 years. What actions are we going to put in? When are we going to realize that if you've been dominated, controlled, and bullied by anybody, do you think you begging for respect is going to get you respect? It's not. You got to take that shit. I'm going to be honest. Without bloodshed, black people will always be the submissive race in this country. This country was taken by bloodshed. It was taken by brutal force. So you can't go up against people who will use brutal force and be, let's be peaceful. Please stop beating us. Please give us reparations. You got to take that shit. So I just don't, and me and the therapist, we would go back and forth and argue, because I can argue. We just go back and forth. And it's, 2 hours up. Okay. Pay you $200 and go. And I'm like, I'm just like, I get where he's coming from. And he's not saying I'm incorrect, but it's always, well, you just got to understand what they went through. And you just got to understand. And I'm not escaped. I don't need no more understanding. If black men want power, they gotta take it. There is no let me lead. You just lead and the woman gonna follow. Women talk shit. That's what y'all are talkers. Y'all are the communicators. But if a man know what he doing and what he talking about, they gonna follow. So I don't all this shit in these videos and these panels, it ain't doing nothing but just keeping us apart and keeping us separated. Cynthia said it sounds like Iyanla gave reasons why we need to thin the herd. Hell, I'm just saying. I wasn't mad at everything she said because I watched the full interview. I just didn't like how she's saying in very beautiful language that black men are genetically inferior. It's in our genetic memory. And black women just gotta love us through it. No. Figure the shit out. So, anyway, the bus driver conversation, okay? So, Iyanla asked Eboni, would you date the bus driver? She said no. Iyanla says that's a problem. In my opinion, Iyanla is being absolutely disingenuous when she says she would date a bus driver. Iyanla is a multimillionaire. Iyanla goes in certain rooms, is in certain rooms with certain people. Iyanla is well known. I do not believe that she would date a bus driver because their lifestyles and their social statuses would be vastly different. Eboni, correspondent, an attorney, I believe an author as well. She's around a certain echelon of people. It's not even about money. It's about social status. She may want to go to New York Fashion Week. The bus driver may not understand why she spent $10,000 on a dress to do that. Do you understand? It's not just, he doesn't make enough money. It's just like dating somebody with a drastically different lifestyle. You don't get it. Okay, let me put it in this terms. Y'all know I'm from St. Louis, Illinois, right? I can go back home right now and rent an apartment for $900 a month. And it'll be nice. But if I go tell my people back home that I paid damn near $3,000 a month in Buckhead at one point, they look at me like this. That's crazy because it's a drastically different lifestyle. Like, you're not understanding lifestyle matters. I don't get it. Do y'all are you picking up what I'm putting down? It's not just about the money. Notice she said if he owns it. Because of course, driving the bus versus owning the bus company or being on the board, it's a different lifestyle. It's a different status. Yes, Sharife, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, said then Eboni would be forced to compete with the bus driver's ego. The man's ego is very fragile. Every man, most like to feel like they can, not that they can. Let me stop bullshitting. They like to feel like they can tell you something. No, like you can listen. You gonna listen to me. If he making $70,000 a year as a bus driver, and that's top pay, and she's clearing probably $1 to $2 million a year, what the fuck is he gonna tell her? What kind of say is he gonna have in their house? How they even gonna, what he gonna move in with her? Don't know woman respect no man that gotta move in with him. She don't want that shit. She may want to buy a house together. What kind of house can he buy? What kind of house can she buy? What kind of car can he drive? What kind of car can she drive? Do you see what I'm saying? Even education wise, she's an attorney. She gonna be using big words, and he may or may not be familiar with it, and he may feel some kind of way. He gotta put in sick time. She can more kind of make her schedule. It's no shade. I just understand why for Eboni, a bus driver may not be for her. Now, if you work at the post office and he work at the bus company, then I think you can make that shit work. Demons and Thought said not top pay or submissive provider. Yeah, I can't with y'all. I can't. You got to be equally yoked. It is what it is. And I also think we shouldn't bully people out of their preferences. You like what you like and you want what you want. But the whole thing was just, Misunderstood said, heck no, we don't respect men that has to live with it. No. Even the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I'm not Muslim, although I said that like I was. Even he says, if you live with a woman, you are not her man, you are her son. That is so out of... Let me stop. I'm going to start offending some people. You do you. So equally yoked is only about money now. It's about status as well. It's also about life experience. Eboni most likely has been all around the world. That bus driver may have only been to Miami. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between going to Iceland and vacationing in Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. There's a difference between going to Vegas and staying at New York, or staying at what's one of the nice ones, Paris, or one of the big. You understand what I'm saying? It would be too many differences. Yes, social circles, environments. It would be too many differences. Even just going to the store. He finds something at Walmart or Target. She may go to Dolce & Gabbana. Psalms. It don't make anybody worse or lower than it is what it is. What it is. It is what it is. Bellagio, thank you. Just saying. Let me keep it real with y'all. Damn these relationships, even within friendships, when you start moving in different circles, when you start making more money, when you change your eating habits, when you start working out, there's a reason why even your groups of friends change. If you can afford to go to Milan, but everybody else only got money for Houston, that friendship ain't gonna work. They want to pack 10 people in a Motel 6 motel room, and you going to stay at the Hilton. You understand? Things have to align. And I still don't see how y'all be squeezing 10 niggas in one hotel room, 2 beds, all kinds of orgy action. Golly. I'm just saying. See that shit all the time. Go past the room, all them hoes arguing. Niggas too. Anyway, I was going to talk about the Met Gala, and then I realized I just really don't care. It's whatever. But let me take y'all comments here. I might actually grab my phone. Where did dog at? So I don't run over him. Okay. All right, let me read y'all comments. Let's see. All right. Janetta said, "Nah, I ain't never did that." Listen. People do it. They do it all the time. They say 4 at most in the hotel room. Janetta, I have seen men, women, it don't matter, pack a hotel room. What about The Rock? Yeah, cancel that story because that story, the more I dug into it, is fake. So ain't no need to cover it. Mara said, I've worked for LVMH. I think that's Louis Vuitton. I get tired of the fancy schmancy. I never use 10-piece cutlery to eat my meal and put a napkin on my lap. I get it. But for some people, that's everything. Let's see. I bet they wouldn't ask Teresa or one of the White Housewives would they date a bus driver. Exactly. They would not. What in the ritual was going on at the gala? Every gala is a ritual. Every fucking award show. It's all rituals of some sort. Janetta said, I ain't rich, but we ain't doing that. We just need to go. We just don't need to go if 10 got to be in the room. These little young girls, they do that shit. Yeah, we're skipping the Rock story. We're skipping the Rock. Mocha Festival down in Houston. I will talk about that on a separate video. They went and asked Mama June or Honey Boo Boo, was she date a bus driver? Facts. K-Doc said Janelle Monáe was tap dancing for those white folks at Let me tell you, Janelle Monáe took that tuxedo off and lost her mind. I ain't mad at it though. Janelle Monáe look good, but listen, all them parties that we saw was definitely giving Booger Sugar. I don't know it for sure, but it was giving them vibes. Was it a cat theme? No, that's some sort of ritual Doja was doing. Any updates on Jamie Foxx? I heard things was kind of like turning for the worse. Cynthia G said her body is hella nice. Yeah, but people, unfortunately, because people are colorists, they don't pay attention. Janelle got a nice body, and Lupita do too. Why Iyanla act like we didn't all start off on the same plantation? Why black men get a pass to underperform? That's a good question. Although Iyanla would probably say black men were punished harsher. That's probably what she would say. Although if the man is the stronger sex and the leader, then that's not an excuse either. But I'm just following what you said. They said the Met Gala was why I was here. Yeah, sorry. I might do a separate video on it, but I kept looking. I'm just like, oh. Yep, I did see Lorianne Gibson. I sure did. I'm not into women, but Janelle looked good. Yeah. All right, people. So I think that's it. I think that's it for tonight. Monet John says slave men weren't treated worse. Listen, that's probably what Iyanla would say. That's probably what she would say if you ask that question. So, what is your advice to women dating nowadays? I can't give you no advice. I don't date. And neither do the majority of people that give advice on social media. Let's see. What was the gist of the Rock story? An ex wrestler is including him in a lawsuit saying that he, along with many others, was trying to kidnap her and kidnap her kids. I gotta be real careful with that one. I put it to you like this. We'll do it on Patreon. That's more of a Patreon type of video. The more I dug, I was like, nah, we don't skip that. Talk about Diddy and Carisha. I think Diddy is doing his job. He's building up Carisha. I ain't mad at it. Did you hear that we might run out of money in June? Baby, we already out of money. Ain't it funny we run out of money in June and that new FedNow system launches in July? Right on time. Right on time. All right, I'm out of here. Like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you guys later.